and welcome to another Purveyor of Lightroom quick tip. Today we've got a nice one. Um, Lightroom's a great program and that, but they could really be doing a better job at helping us be what today demands. And today we're totally an online community. We like to share our photos. We like to email our photos. We like to post them to social media and so forth, so on. And so Adobe could really spend some time focusing on that for us, make things more friendly, user-friendly, and convenient. So we all know that if we had a photo and we wanted to export it, we could just go to export. And Adobe does have an option for emailing, okay? And if I select that, this is what I'm presented here. And this is how I export. And it's, this is just isn't going to work. I think the guy who designed this spent 2 minutes on this, and I have no options. I have no things. And besides, why couldn't you have just put the image in my email client, right? Why couldn't you have opened up an email and done it and put the photo in, scaled it, resized it if necessary? Why couldn't you do that? This is Adobe's effort at it. Unsatisfactory. So what I'm going to suggest today is we're going to make our own. Okay? Now don't get scared because it's a little bit technical, but the good news is once you get it done, it's done. Okay? You make it once and then the template is there. One click from then on. For the rest of your life, when you want to export and email photos, one click. And so you can't beat one click. Okay? Plus, I'm going to let you use your own email client. All right. So let's go ahead and see how you do this. All right. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go to our export menu again. And this time, I'm just going to go to user presets and make sure we have everything here. Okay, so let's start from the top. Okay, specific folder. Okay, we're going to set up a specific folder, and let's choose our pictures folder. Okay, and then we're going to make a subfolder in that folder for us. Okay, and again, remember, everything we're doing here is just one time. Once it's set up, one click, I promise. All right, so I'm going to call this one exported pics. Okay, and it'll be putting all the photos that we decide to go to an email will automatically go to exported pics. Do I want to rename it? I could have an option here if I want to rename the files for whatever reason. Okay, I'll just do a file name in sequence. Okay, totally optional. You could leave your file names named what they were originally. Okay, our file settings. Okay, we don't have any video, so we're just doing file settings. We're going to be using JPEG, sRGB, and our quality 80%. Okay, that's my recommended. Image resizing. Okay, because we are going to be sending through email, I recommend we resize if necessary. Let's take it on the long end. And what that means is whether the picture is portrait mode or landscape mode, it doesn't matter. Lightroom is just going to take whatever the longest edge is, and that's when it's going to do the resizing from. So for this case, on the long edge, let's just go 800. So no photo will be longer than 800 pixels. Sharpening for screen, that's fine. Metadata, that's up to you. If you want to send out the copyright with your embedded inside your photos, you most certainly do that. You could choose all metadata or just some of it. Okay, I personally just choose just the copyright information to go out. Watermark, if you want to put a watermark on, that's totally up to you. I don't care for watermark, so I'm going to skip that part. Okay, in the post-processing, this is where we get started on our work. Okay, we want to do some work after we say export. And to do that, we need to come down and pull down here, and I need you to go into Go to Export Actions folder now. Now I'm doing this because this is the fastest way for me to get you to find your Export Action folder. See, it automatically opened it up for me, and there's our Action folder. Now if I open that up, you'll see it's empty. Okay, that's because we're setting up a totally custom way of exporting pictures out. All right, so we leave that open, and now we're going to open up another Finder window. And we're going to go to our application folder. And in our application folder, we need to find whatever email application we like. Now, I'm on a Mac here, so I'm just going to search for my Mac Mail. There's my Mac Mail. All right. And I want to make an alias, okay? Or in the Windows world, it would be called a shortcut, okay? All right, so I'm going to right-click on that, and then you're going to notice one of the options is make an alias. If you're on a Windows machine, it's going to be create shortcut. So make an alias, okay? And now we have an alias right there in front of us, okay? I'll bring it up so you can see it. You have the mail client, and then you have the one that is labeled mail app alias, and you see the little arrow in the icon there. That means that it's an alias and not the application. Okay, I promise we're almost done, okay? So now back to our other window here with the export actions. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to drag and drop that alias in there. Okay, so now I have an export action that it'll go to the mail app. Okay, all right, so we're doing good now. So I'm going to go ahead and close everything up. And so now you'll notice we have the ability to use mail. See that? We now have the option for mail. So we're going to set that to mail. Now, so to recap, we're going to put our pictures in the Pictures folder in a subfolder called Exported Pictures. We're going to rename them in a sequence number. We're going to convert them, if necessary, to JPEG sRGB with an 80% compression. We're going to resize the photos to the long edge is no longer than 800 pixels. We're going to sharpen it for the screen. And we're going to do this with our default email client. Now, if your default email client is something else, just select your email client that you use. Okay? All right. So now I need to turn around and save this as my preset. And I'm going to call this whatever I want. I'm going to say export to email. Okay, or you could name it anything you want. Okay, and there it is. So we have that. Let's make sure it has everything that we want. Pictures folders, export, sequence, and mail. Looks like everything is perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and try it. All right, so let's try hit export. And boom, look at that. Instantaneously, it opened up my email. It turned around and resized, rescaled, and recompressed the image from my email. And I'm just ready now to send it to my friends or whoever I'm sending it to. One click. No mess, no ugly interfaces, and this works seamlessly. So watch this. Don't save. And I'm going to come in here to the library, go to the grid mode here, and let's just say that I'm sending some product shots to a client or something. So I'll select this photo, and then I'll select this one, and this one. These are the product photos I got to send to the client, and so now I'm sending 4 photos. Now, you can imagine how much of a pain in the butt that would be by default. You'd have to do all this work, size them, rescale them, and then you'd have to open up your email client, and you got to turn around and put in, all 4 of these pictures into your email. Real pain in the butt. Not anymore. Now we just select the photos. We select export. Whoop. Our one click, right, to do it all. Export to mail. And here's our one click. Boom. That quick. That's seamless. Everything has been resized, rescaled, and put in the email, ready to go. How cool is that? And again, because we made this, okay, we can now call this export routine out anytime we wish with as many photos as we wish. Okay, and it just makes our life a little easier, a little friendlier to email photos to friends and family. And so I hope you find this useful. And until next week, you guys take care.